Picture a small, bustling community center in the heart of a struggling neighborhood. Volunteers prepare meals in the soup kitchen. Local families gather in a modest lounge, and people line up for assistance at a makeshift job placement corner. Amid this everyday hustle, an older gentleman arrives unassuming, a little out of place, wearing clothes that don't exactly scream wealth or fame. Little do they know, this stranger is none other than Donald Trump, one of the world's most recognized figures, here to see firsthand how people treat someone who appears to be just another patron in need. Dressed in a simple button-down shirt and worn-out jacket, Donald Trump, going by Don, for the day steps inside the community center. Gone are the tailored suits, the presidential entourage, and the cameras. He wants genuine reactions, not forced politeness. Right away, he notices the mixture of kindness and caution. Volunteers greet him warmly, while a few staff members eye him warily, unsure if he belongs. Despite the subtle tension, he stands in line like everyone else, waiting to sign in as a volunteer. As Don moves toward the kitchen area, he's introduced to Marat, an energetic volunteer coordinator who assigns him simple tasks sorting canned goods, handing out utensils, and serving soup to the hungry. She welcomes him with a bright smile, never suspecting she's speaking to the famous businessman himself. Other volunteers, like Jamal, an out-of-work mechanic, and Brenda, a retired school teacher, chat with Don about life's ups and downs. Jamal complains about the job market. Brenda talks about her small pension. They joke about this tough economy, and Don nods sympathetically, quietly absorbing their perspectives. Not everyone is so cordial. A stressed-out office clerk named Raymond, who's rushing to finalize paperwork for families in need, snaps at Don for being too slow in passing out forms. "You're blocking the line," Raymond barks. "We don't have all day." Keeping calm, Don apologizes and steps aside, letting clients move through. He bites his tongue, recognizing that sometimes people's frustrations aren't about you. Personally, they're about their own struggles. This moment reminds Don of a universal truth. Even the wealthiest or most famous individuals can face disrespect if people believe they're powerless or insignificant. Later in the afternoon, Don notices an elderly gentleman, Mr. Collins, who appears lost and confused. He's trying to fill out a housing application but can't read the fine print. Sensing his distress, Don steps in to help, carefully explaining each question. Mr. Collins thanks him profusely, tears welling in his eyes. "You've no idea how much this means," he whispers. Don pats him on the shoulder, offering a reassuring smile. "We're all in this together," he says, genuinely moved by the man's gratitude. This simple act of kindness resonates deeply with Don, reminding him how meaningful even the smallest gesture can be when someone feels vulnerable. As dusk approaches, the community center winds down for the day. Volunteers gather to clean up, store supplies, and share stories of the people they helped. That's when Don steps forward to thank everyone for their hard work. Removing a simple baseball cap that's been shadowing his face, he reveals his unmistakable hair and features. The room falls silent. Some volunteers gasp, others stare, speechless. "I want to thank you all," he says in his familiar voice, "not only for letting me be part of your world today, but for showing me what real kindness, frustration, hope, and perseverance look like unfiltered." The shock wears off, and murmurs fill the center. Raymond, who snapped at Don earlier, looks embarrassed, muttering apologies. Jamal and Brenda are stunned they've been chatting so casually with Donald Trump. Maria's eyes widen, she laughs. Half in disbelief, half in awe, Donald Trump explains his mission. I wanted to see life from another angle, without the suits and the cameras. Every person here has a story and a struggle, and your compassion towards each other is inspiring. Rich or poor, famous or not, we all deserve respect. The volunteers applaud, some shedding tears at the unexpected encounter. They realize that empathy crosses all boundaries, and that you never know who might be standing beside you, sharing the same hopes and hardships. As the evening wraps up, Mr. Collins shakes Trump's hand again, whispering a heartfelt thank you. Raymond, humbled, vows to treat every volunteer with more patience. Jamal and Brenda talk excitedly about the surreal day they've had. Donald Trump leaves with a promise. I'll never forget what I saw and felt here. Thank you for teaching me a valuable lesson about compassion. With that, he steps out into the cool night, leaving the community center filled with hope, laughter, and the sense that something truly extraordinary just happened. In this undercover visit, Donald Trump discovered a fundamental truth. We're all human, shaped by our struggles and lifted by each other's kindness. Sometimes, all it takes is stepping out of our comfort zone to see how much compassion is shared by everyday people when fame and appearances no longer stand in the way. Like and subscribe for more eye-opening stories, and remember, kindness and respect aren't privileges for the rich or powerful. They belong to everyone.